the Desert Titan, how to summon it, how to tame it, and the rewards you'll get when you finally defeat it. Before we go and summon our Desert Titan, I'd like to show you my little setup I go for every time. So you'll spawn when the Desert Titan spawns, just down there, rough coordinates, about 85.2, 80.1. And because we're going to use the Manigama in the cave, which is just over there, I like to keep my Snow Owl, who we're going to use for the battle, up here. Now the Snow Owl has 15k health and 5,000 stamina. They are the only two things you need to pump, stamina and health. You're not going to attack the Titan, so damage does not matter. So I would highly recommend keeping your creature up here, ready for you when we spawn in, as you'll see later on. Here we are at the cave to spawn in the Desert Titan. The location is roughly 93.1, 74.2 in the Desert Dome. So before we enter the cave, obviously make sure you've got your 100 Corrupt Hearts, your 10 Sarcosuchus skin, and your 10 Fire Talons, which obviously you get from the Corrupted Wyverns out in the Wasteland. Let's go. So, we're going to use the Manigama again. In this cave, we're looking at a lot of the desert, scorched earth cave creatures, bats, Arthroplura, mantis, but the worst of all is golems. There will be rubble/rock golems in here. So we've got to be careful of them. So we're going to continue forward, just basically follow this trail right around the water. And we're going to keep it moving on the Manigama. So basically just follow this all the way around. And we're going to go up to this ledge. Oops, get stuck on something. Follow it around. And then when you get here, at this turn point, go left. Follow it around left, follow it down to these metal plates, I guess you can call them. And this is where we are pretty much there now. So, we follow it to the left. What we're going to do is, because we're on a Manigama, we're just going to jump straight across here. If you're not on a Manigama, then you're going to have to walk just around that ledge that way. We're going to land here. We're going to land here because the artifact is sat right here. I'm going to just clear out these mantis real quick. There we go. So here is the artifact. The artifact of chaos, I believe this one is. Grab that on the way. So now you've grabbed the artifact. The pedestal we need is just over there. So we're going to follow it down here. Right around. There's a drop there to the right, which kind of keeps disappearing behind the rock. Just down there, so it might be one there for you too. And we're going to continue all the way up here, and we are here at the pedestal. I'm ready to spawn in our Desert Titan. There we go, access the terminal, 100 Corrupt Hearts, 10 Sarcosuchus skin, 10 Fire Talons, and an Artifact of Chaos. And we are ready to go. So we're just going to teleport back into the world and fight ourselves a Desert Titan. When we spawn in, we're going to get knocked off our Tame, and the Desert Titan is going to spawn in right above us. Look at that. Look how cool that is. It's at night time. It's even cooler. Right. So we're going to grab our Manigama. And I did place down a Snow Owl, which we're going to use, which I showed you earlier, up on this ledge. There he is. Right, so the Desert Titan is a bit different from the other boss, from the other Titans, because you don't actually have to attack it. Very strange, I know. So I'm going to show you how to tame it, and then I'll show you what rewards we get when we kill it afterwards. So with the Desert Titan, you see this icon on me now, it means it's going to be an electric strike. And now the electric strike is going to do a lot of damage. So what we're going to do is these nodes on its wings and on its back, we're going to aim the electric over it. So there it goes. So now we're going to get out of there. And that will strike it. And that's basically all you have to do. Obviously, you've got to do it multiple times on each side. So just get over the area. Wait for it to target it, and then get out. Boom. The main concern when fighting the Desert Titan, apart from its attacks, is the flock. The flock is this group of creatures that flies around it. Now the best way to avoid the flock is to basically just fly away when you're not got the lightning, and then just come back, hit the Desert Titan with the lightning, and then fly off again. If the flock does in fact hit you though, it will dismount you from your tame, sending you plummeting to the ground, so be very careful. Right, and there we go. So you know you're making progress when the corruption on the wing disappears. So that means that side is now done. And we can focus the other side. Right, so the two sides are done and we're now aiming for the tail. The only problem is, because the Desert Titan has a tail slap move, it's a bit hard to hit the tail without getting hit by the tail. That makes sense. We're just going to try our best. And if we hear the Titan make the noise and duck its head, we are going to run. So that means it's about to slap us like that with its tail. So you'll know when your Titan is ready to be tamed because it will droop its head and just kind of float there, and all the flock will fall to the ground. What we're going to do is use our snarl, get up here, land on its back, and tame ourselves a kaiju. And there we go. That is our tamed Desert Titan. Now obviously, because we actually didn't hit it once with an attack, it's got its 250,000 health to start with. And a huge platform saddle for you to build whatever you want on. So that's pretty good. Not sure how long that fight took me. I'll leave a timer here so you know how long it took, so you kind of get a gauge for it. So the engrams we will get when we defeat the Desert Titan is the Replicator, the Generator, the Tech Trough, the Railgun, Tech Boots, and the Dedicated Storage. And then when you kill it, just over here, it seems to spawn here every time. So I'll give you the coordinates for this. This is where you'll get your Desert Titan supply crate. So the exact coordinates for this are about 86.7, 81.9. I've killed the Titan 3 or 4 times. Every time it spawned here for me, so I assume it's probably here. So obviously access this, we're going to get our Desert Titan trophy, as well as a whole lot of different loot for you to enjoy.